Hey you guys, I'm back to do an update. Today makes 1 year since I had gastric bypass. 1 year. Um, if you see those curtains, I'm in my son's room recording. So, yeah, today makes 1 year. I had my surgery January 14th, 2014. Today is January 14th, 2015. It's been 1 year. I know a lot of people say it just seems like yesterday, but honestly, it just seems like yesterday. This 1 year has went by so fast. It has been so awesome. It has been rocky. It has been emotional. I've been crying. I've been sad. I've been depressed. I've been happy. I've been ecstatic. I've dealt with a lot of things with my body issues. I think I dealt with a lot of body dysmorphia. But yet and still, I am so blessed to be sitting here at this spot this very moment. So I think the last time I did an update, I was like 11 months, and I think I was 207. Now I always say that I did not want to lose any more weight, but I didn't want to gain any either, and that's exactly what I did. I think I got up to 223, I think, and it didn't take me that long. It took me like I'll give myself 2 weeks, but I don't even think it was 2 weeks to get up to that. And I think that's like 17 pounds. I mean, it's probably with some other things going on, but it was because of the things I was eating. Granted, I can't eat a lot at one time, and that's not the thing. It's what we eat. If I would have the portion or the serving size that's recommended, I would be fine. Or even half of that, I would be fine, because it would be able to kill the craving for me and I would be full. But I would have that portion, and then I would keep having those, and I just I overdid it. And yeah, I gained like 17 pounds. I think that's something like 16 pounds, something like that. So I got myself, once I realized that I had gained that much weight, because I don't weigh anymore every day like I used to. I worked my way back down to 217. I was 223, 217. So I would like to be 214 or maybe 210, and then I'll be fine. But I'm going to try to get back down. Well, I'm gonna get back down. It's not gonna try, because I can lose the weight. It's not that hard, actually. Because when I realized what I had done and I had gained that much weight, just within that week, I don't even think it was a full 7 days, I started back eating my protein. And that's another thing. I wasn't eating protein. I wasn't counting my protein. I wasn't counting my carbs anymore. I had got so burned out with that. And it's just like, it's not just a diet. This is something that I have to do for the rest of my life. And it just felt so good, because being on this journey, it feels like sometimes it feels like a chore, because you got to keep up what you drink, you got to keep up with the protein, you got to keep up with how many times you eat, you got to keep up what you eat, how many carbs, and I kind of like got burned out. And then when I got that little break, when I got relaxed, took my own break, and I'm like, man, this feels good to kind of feel normal. And that's where I messed up at. It wasn't all of what I was eating, it was the fact that I wasn't eating food at all. I wasn't eating food at all, and I'm still to this day struggling with the whole issue of that. But I can say today, no lie, so serious, that I am seriously about to go back to the basics. But what I was saying, for that 1 week, I just I stopped eating the chocolate. I probably had like a piece here, a piece there. Nothing major. Nothing like what I was eating. Because I was basically eating just candy and crackers. Like peanut butter crackers and candy. And it was pretty much, and I would have a meal, maybe, half a meal a day. Or I'll have a meal. And mind you, we're already malnourished, because we're not already getting enough food in. And that would be it. So then once I realized what I was doing, I went back to, I gotta work my way back up to eating. This is what I'm saying to myself. So I'll start back to drinking protein shakes. So I'll drink protein shake probably in the morning, or I'll drink it in the morning and have like a small breakfast or something like that. But anyway, so I was pretty much getting all my protein, my calories. I increased my calorie intake, and I was making sure I got enough to drink. I hadn't even started back exercising at this point, and I dropped 7 pounds quick, very easily. And like I said, it was not even exercising. It was just what I was putting in my mouth. Duh, right? So, I mean, like I said, if I would just go back to the way that I was eating, it's no problem. But as you can see, that you can gain weight. And it's not like I was eating buffets. It was just I was eating the wrong stuff. And I wasn't eating enough. So again, my body went to starvation mode. Like, okay, we gotta hold on to. She's putting on these little couple extra pounds from this chocolate and sweets and stuff. Let's hold on to it, because she's already not feeding. She's already not feeding herself right, So, I went to my endocrinologist today, which is my diabetic doctor, and I was explaining to her, my blood sugars have been dropping low. They've been low pretty much the whole journey, but now they're getting into like the low 40s and stuff like that, in the 50s. And now, like, where I would be like right after surgery, the 90s, the hundreds, like 120, something like that. And then now is the further out I get, is dropping down low to the 60s, 70s. And strangely, oddly, my body is tolerating the 70s and sometimes the 60s too, without me even knowing. And sometimes the 50s, which is, without even knowing, which is very, very, sorry, I do that a freaking lot. You will do that a lot. If you're pre-op, or you're going to do that a lot. Anyways, so what we discover is we're trying to figure out why my numbers keep dropping. She was explaining to me that when a gastric bypass, when a diabetic person has the gastric bypass, sometimes they have a hard time controlling their blood sugars. Now that your body had gotten so used to it being so high, now all of a sudden the pancreas doesn't need to work as hard. So it's really, it does control it. So now your blood sugars are too low. And she was just explaining, like, years ago, they used to cut off half of not half, but the end of the pancreas, so to keep, patients' blood sugars from dropping too low. I guess they don't do it anymore because it's, whatever, controversial. I don't know. But anyways, so she was saying, which I already knew, because my surgeon said that when you eat something that's very full of sugar, it'll make your blood sugar bounce up really high, and then it'll bring you back really, really low. So it like goes up like a balloon. It bounces up high, and then it comes back, and it's very low. So that's kind of one of the things that we thinking that might be going on with the reason why. It's very crucial that I find out. So I have to eat. Also, not getting enough protein is making me go too low and stay too low. So it's even when you're diabetic, you really, really, really have to pay attention to your body. It was very important before the gastric bypass. It's very, very, very important now, because we're not the typical gastric bypass patient. So I cannot stress how highly important it is to eat correctly. And also, working in the field that I'm in, I have seen, I don't know if I talked about this in my last video, but I have seen a gastric bypass patient, well, she is probably like 10 years out, her lab work was all messed up, everything, and her protein, she hardly had any protein, and she was very, very sick, weak, couldn't walk, everything, and young, probably like early 40s, mid 40s. And it was like kind of messed up to see, like, dang, how important, I don't care how far out you are, it's so important. Your body needs these things, and you gotta do it. Nobody else can do it for you, can make you get the nutrients you need. So after I had that appointment today, now it's like, okay, I have to eat. It's scary to know that my body doesn't really recognize when I get down into the 50s. And what if I'm sleeping and then I'm too low and nobody's around? What the heck is going to happen to me? You know, I'm going to go into a coma. I mean, I'm having a hard enough time figuring out. So why is it going so low? So I have to get back on my eating correctly. I have to stop with the sweets, or well, I've nowhere near eat the mess that I was eating. I have something every now and then. It's just the way it's gonna be, but not like that, because I think I really got ridiculous with it. So I'm 217. I got all the way down to 205. And got all the way back up to 223. So I'm 217, and I'm not devastated. At 223, I was like, wow, yeah, I didn't want to be in 220s, but 217, I'm fine. I'm fine with that. Like I said, maybe 210, or 209, just to say I'm out of the 210s, anything. Maybe 209. But I don't have to be under 200 pounds. I really don't. It's not necessary. As long as my blood work, everything comes back good. My blood sugars is under control. You know, my body is getting the nutrients it needs, then I'm fine. I still take my vitamins faithfully. I'm pretty sure I get enough water because I do work, so I drink a lot of water and stuff at work. It's just I got to get back to my protein. And you know, when I'm far out like this, they do not want you drinking protein shakes. My office doesn't, but I'd rather drink it than not get it in at all. Another thing is I got to follow back up with the nutritionist, because I haven't been to the nutritionist in quite some time. And so I need to get back on track. I haven't been to the gym in about how about 2 months or so. And that's because, well, this month I don't have a gym membership anymore. Me and my sister had one together, but she canceled hers. So I don't even know if I'll be able to still pay for my portion of the membership without her being on the contract. I don't know. So I said that I was going to call this week. Yeah, probably tomorrow. And see how does that work, so maybe I can go back to working out this weekend, something like that. But we'll see. We will see. I definitely got some changes. You know, I'm still learning. I'm still learning myself. It's crazy that whenever I take a bite to eat, I never forget. I'll never forget, and I never get used to that my stomach is different. I never get used to it. I think maybe one time when I was fixing a plate to eat, I was fixing it as if I was a big girl. Well, bigger girl. But I never forget that my stomach is way smaller. And I've had my moments where I've gotten sad, like, why my stomach, why did I do this to myself? I don't regret it, but it was just in those moments where because I've used food as a crutch for so long, and I still suffer from that, where I used food as my crutch to make me feel better about certain things, whatever I might be going through. It's crazy that I never really noticed that in the beginning, but now I notice that I still have some work to do with it because I still eat it. But so I went from a size 24, 26. The highest I was like a 28, but 24, 26 when I got ready to have surgery. And now I'm a size, this is pants, I'm in a size 14. I probably can wear a size 12, but it'd be super tight. So I'm in a size like 14. I went from a size 3X shirt, 3X, 4X shirts, and I'm a size large, extra large, depending on what it is, how it fits, whatever. I can wear large shirts too. A size 10 panties to a size 8. I mean, if I have this belly hanging, I would, yeah, I would be able to be much smaller at the bottom. But I wear my panties and my pants over my stomach, so that makes it small. That makes it bigger. The bra size went from like a 38D, I think, to like a 38C. My breasts are like the part that really gets to me. I mean, thank God that I'm married and I'm not dating, and somebody new got to see my body, cause yeah, my thighs sag a lot. My stomach is not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was just going to hang to the floor because my stomach was so big and so round. But it's not as bad as other parts of my body. I think my arms, my thighs, and in between my thighs hangs a lot, and my breast. And I mean, I've noticed my back fat, but I could so much better. I feel better. I can walk better. I can bend. I can wrap a towel around me. I don't feel like the fat girl, the biggest girl in the room anymore. I can go into the store, pick out something cute. I can pick up, you know, excuse me, not that I was suffering from low self-esteem. Not really. I mean, we all have our moments, but it wasn't like I was just depressed, sitting around depressed and crying because I was fat or anything like that. But I feel like a different person. Surgery was just a blessing to me, you know. Even though I talk about, you know, the emotional part of it, it was a blessing to me. I mean, when I first had my surgery a month out, I probably didn't feel that way because of so much of the pain and getting to know myself and dealing with so many issues. And I mean, I've recorded videos but I never uploaded about the whole emotional part and some of the hurts and pains that I've dealt with in the past, and the list goes on and on. I mean, yeah, I mean, a lot of those things that a lot of gastric bypass patients or weight loss patients suffered with, I too. Just the whole marriage thing, being in a relationship, yeah, just a lot, just an extreme amount of emotions. And yeah, so my next goal is to get back down to 210 at least. So I mean, I think doing videos every 2 weeks is fine, but at least I will at least do them every month. But I'm trying to do them every 2 weeks. Just, you know, I guess I'm just focused on a lot more. This was my most important journey for me, and it's not so much as important. I mean, it's important, but it's not like I'm like 100% focused on it like I used to be. As you will see, some of my videos is about trying to conceive. So, but I will never ever stop on this journey. I can't, you know, I can't go back. So I think that's pretty much all, because I'm almost 20 minutes. I think that's almost that. I think that's it. I'm happy, 100% happy. No regrets. No regrets. Ladies and gentlemen, no regrets. No regrets. I feel good. I feel wonderful. Every time I look at myself in the mirror, put something on, I feel great. Or I'm able to tie my shoes or paint my toenails, okay? Able to work and stand on my feet a little bit longer than I was if I would be 300 pounds. Or feel like I'm carrying an extra body on my back, or I'm carrying a big size adult in my arms because I was so heavy, top heavy. I feel great. And I just think it was a blessing. A very big blessing. So that's pretty much all. I just wanted to do my 1 year update. And I will update you guys probably in another 2 weeks, or it's probably sometime next month. As far as my gastric bypass surgery goes, hopefully maybe it'll be in another month so I can see what my weight is. Like I said, it's 217.4 or something right now, so we'll see in another 2 to 4 weeks where I am. I mean, where I'm at that point. Okay, so I'll talk to you guys later. Mwah.